So I'm going to do partial variations homework question 5. This is another one of these that we know what our dependent variable is. We do not know straight by reading the question what our fixed is. We do not know what our k value is, but we do know our independent. Remember, dependent and independent are going to be letters. F and k, there you go. F and k are going to be numbers. Important thing to realize. So, Irvin's garage charges a fixed rate as well as a shop fee per hour, so we know it's a partial variation. Dave received a bill for $36 for 30 minutes of repair work. Kelly's bill for 8 hours was, it says in the questions $351, but it should be $3, number sign, it should be $351. A, if the materials were not a part of either amount, find the fixed rate and hourly shop fee. Express this as an equation. So we need to identify what our dependent and independent variables are. The cost depends on how much time is spent on the vehicle. So we can say that the dependent is the cost. We're going to call that variable C. And our independent is our time. And let's do this question in hours. Let's call that T. We don't know what our F is. We don't know what our K is. First, what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what that K is. So we go back to the question and we notice that for $36, $36 is charged for 30 minutes and $351 is charged for 8 hours. So for 30 minutes, that's just equal to 0.5 hours. We have to make sure that all of the units are consistent. 30 minutes is 0.5 hours. So let's use this 0.5 hours number. We want to set up the two expressions that we know so that we can subtract them to find our K. So we know that and we want to start out with our biggest one. For $351, that's equal to F plus KT. But in this situation, we know that we know that it's charged $351 for 8 hours. So instead of T, we're going to put 8. And the other one is $36 for 30 minutes. So 36 in the dollars, where the dependent is, equals F plus K times 30 minutes, but we know that that's just 0.5 hours. Line them up, subtract them. 351 minus 36 is 315. Keep that equal sign there. F minus F is 0F. 8K minus 0.5K is 7.5K. And again, I just flip those two things around. Instead of saying K 0.5, I'm saying 0.5K. It's the same thing. So now what we want to do is we want to straighten it up a little nicer. 315 equals 7.5K. We're just getting rid of that F there, 0F. You can't really see that. There we go. Is that better? Yes. So now we want to get this K all by itself. So we divide by 7.5 on this side, divide by 7.5 on this side. And then we get something that is 42 equals K, or K equals 42. All this is saying is that they're charging $42 per hour. Now we can use this information to find F. So we know from this here equation, that when C equals 36, we know that T equals 0.5. So let's plug that into our equation. Now, if we go back up here, and let's just express this, so we're moving back, let's just express this not knowing our K's and F's. So that would be C equals F plus KT. We know what our K is now, so we can sub that in, but we'll only do that once we find our F. So we know that 36 equals F plus, it used to be K 0.5, but now we know what our K value is. Our K value is 42, so let's sub that in. 42 times, and our T at this point is 0.5. I want to make this a little bit nicer. 36 equals F plus 42 times 0.5 is 21. We want to get this F all by itself, but it's added to this pesky 21, so we go minus 21, minus 21. So then we're left with 15 equals F. So now we know our K value, we know our F value, and we know what the original equation is supposed to look like. So instead of our F, we're going to write 15. Instead of our K, we're going to write 42. So this is the equation. C equals 15 plus 42T. So that's the answer to question A. I'm going to write that on the top of this page here. C equals 15 plus 42T. Next question was, what is the cost of 4.5 hours of work at the garage? B. We know our T equals 4.5 hours, so we're just going to substitute that in for here. C equals 15 plus 42, and instead of writing T, I know what that value is, 4.5. C equals 15, the final answer here is C equals 204. The total cost is $204. Question C. Approximately how long did it take the garage to fix the car if the total bill was $450? This time we know our C value, $450. So instead of our C in the original equation, we're going to plug that 450 into the C and solve for T, because it's asking how long, what time. So 450 equals 15 plus 42T. All I did was substitute that 450 for the C. We want to get this T all by itself, so we want to subtract 15 from both sides to get this pesky 15 away. So then we're left with 435 equals 42T. 42 is multiplied by T, so we need to divide it to get it away. These guys go to 0. These guys are 1. 42 over 42 is 1. 1 times T is just T. So we know that this side is just going to be T. This side here, 435 divided by 42 is approximately 10.36 hours. So we know that the job took approximately 10.36 hours if it cost $450.